A lot of people go, oh, it's just 5 minutes, but 5 minutes.
That's the quickest jump in the first 10 minutes.
You got it. All right, still to come on Weather Underground, we're going to explain where the remnants of Tropical Depression 4 will bring significant effects to the Gulf of Mexico, whether or not this is a named storm.
Whoa! You're not taking these.
Hey. You're not taking those.
Whoa. You're not taking that. Come with me.
You're not taking that.
You're not taking that.
You're not taking that.
Mom, I'm taking the Subaru.
Don't be late.
Even when we're not there to keep them safe, our Subaru Outback will be.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Coffee Mate helps you stir up a rich, creamy flavor. It can inspire you to stir up other things too, like a new friendship. Stir up commitment with Coffee Mate ice cream flavors.
Here's a good place. What do you think of this one? Find a house close to Nana and Poppy.
I bet that one's Mom. It's the brightest.
We will find a way home.
Over there is my boy.
Good night.
Night, Dad. Night, Mom.
I am totally blind. And Non-24 can make me show up too early or too late or make me feel like I'm not really there. Talk to your doctor and call 844-234-2424.
There's an opportunity in every window. So start your day opening the window to your weather with Jim Cantori, Stephanie Abrams, and Jen Carfagno, looking out at the stories and the science behind your forecast. Open up your mornings with AMHQ on the Weather Channel.
Hi, I'm Ty Pennington. There are all types of home loans for all types of people. FHA loans, jumbo loans, VA loans, condo loans, and many more. Choosing the right mortgage could save you thousands of dollars. Guaranteed Rate has helped over 500,000 happy customers find the right mortgage with low rates. Go to rate.com right now to try Guaranteed Rate's easy, intuitive loan finder. Just answer a series of simple questions about your specific mortgage needs, and the intuitive loan finder's powerful decision engine will generate a customized list of the best loan products at the lowest rates for you, all in less than 60 seconds, and all for free. Guaranteed Rate is a top 10 national lender with over 95% customer satisfaction. So whether you're buying or refinancing your home, get a low rate from Guaranteed Rate today. Call 1-888-668-0066 or visit rate.com.
AMHQ weekend is so much fun.
She's right. Sweet Pepto-Bismol. Look at this. It's all about getting you ready for your weekend. It's not that complex, although I do advise wearing a crash helmet.
A flood advisory is in effect. Currently in our area, 71 degrees with a thunderstorm. Tonight, heavy thunderstorms, low 70. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, morning thunderstorms, high 84. Chance of rain, 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
I don't know if you've noticed, but if you're in the southeast and you happen to get hit by one of the thunderstorms today, it had a little bit of extra fun, right? This is some tropical connection, and we're going to have more details on just how that came into play in just a second. But I do want to show you the active radar here across the southeast. We are kind of scattered, smothered, and covered with storms, hit or miss stuff here across the southeast. One of the most impressive of which is right here across portions of the Florida Panhandle. And the rainfall within here has been pretty impressive. In just the past hour, there are some locations that have easily picked up, oh, the scale's already there, 2 to 3 inches of rain, right? Just in here, 3.3 just outside Tallahassee. This is 1 hour's worth of rainfall, all thanks to this slow-moving complex of storms kind of sitting and redeveloping. Now it's putting out some rain-cooled air, gusting out a bit, so hopefully this part of the storm is going to fade. But notice all this. New thunderstorms rolling through on that rain-cooled air, and they may very well be able to push their way all the way down towards the coast. Panama City, you know, this is the time of day where that kind of extra wind comes in as the sun starts to set. These might still have a little bit of severe weather left in them before they're done. Alex, over to you.
All right, thanks. Here with Dr. Eric Navarro to discuss the effects of the remnants of Tropical Depression 4 have had on some of this activity across the south.
Yeah, we just saw lots of extra moisture in play, some potent rainfall totals there, and more to come as that system continues moving into the Gulf. The next area that we're watching here is the northern part of the Gulf Coast. So Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, those are some places that could be seeing 2 to 3 inches of rain and maybe up to locally 5 in some of these areas. And especially, Mark, you've been mentioning this earlier, or Mark was mentioning this earlier, a cold front coming down could help exacerbate these conditions, and it's already wet across parts of the southeast.
Yeah, you've mentioned soil moisture. It's up there already, so we don't need the rainfall.
No, we really don't need any more than that. But this is not an organized system. It's starting to fall apart. The footprint of it is still in the atmosphere, but we're not expecting it to develop any further into a major hurricane or even a hurricane at best. If you look at the spin in the atmosphere, those blues and those green colors showing you where the models are taking it, you can see that an area of spin is going into the Gulf Coast. And this is the Euro model, so now a different product you can see here. There's not a whole lot to look at. This is not going to be anything big, and that really doesn't matter. The point is that the impacts are still going to be the same. We're still going to get the moisture, and that's the take-home message here.
Right. Water temperature is very warm, and I'm sure viewers at home are going, all right, if we have any area of spin over those very warm waters, could we see something? And, you know, you never keep your eye off the ball, so to speak, but we really don't anticipate this to be anything more than an enhanced rainmaker.
Yes, absolutely. We always keep an eye on the Gulf, especially because we know that it's shallow and always warm. But if you look at the winds, the upper level winds, there is some shear in the exact same location that circulation is going to go. That's going to inhibit any further development. The shear is going to slacken a little bit, but you can see those higher colors here to the north. That's that cold front starting to sneak down. So we will see an increase there over the land. The Gulf of Mexico might open up a little bit, but even still with that, we are not expecting that system to redevelop. But be on the lookout for that heavy rainfall. That's really the important thing we want you to take away here.
All right, I want to bring Mark back in because, you know, we've been talking about this throughout the day. National Hurricane Center hasn't been highlighting this area, or even though we don't expect a chance of development, they haven't been, you know, drawing that 0% chance to let people know that they don't think it's expected. Some saying maybe they should, some people saying, I don't think it's necessary.
I mean, here's the question, right? People are now getting so used to that graphical outlook on the National Hurricane Center page. If there's something that is the remnants of a tropical depression, does it then automatically get a circle? In this case, National Hurricane Center said no, and I would tend to agree with them. If there's confidence that there's no more development on the way, then why circle it? Why add to the hype that may already be there across the southeast states who are, you know, nervous about tropics?
Because you mentioned somebody, you know, not even focusing in on the percentage, just sees an area circled and goes, oh boy, going into a warm Gulf. Now, should I be worried, or I'm already worried?
But Dr. Navarro, there was record rain in Miami, and it wasn't just a normal thunderstorm. This was tropical moisture. So what do you do with this?
That's right. You know, I agree. I don't want to overhype anything, and I definitely don't think the Hurricane Center wants anyone to be confused. You know, but we have to be clear on the impact. So I don't care how they do it, as long as it's clear and as long as the message gets across. We were seeing extra rainfall with this system, and it's important to warn people of that. So whether it's the Hurricane Center or they tell somebody else, they pass it off to the WPC, as long as the message gets across.
Or National Weather Service local offices.
Which everyone was talking about it, just you got to know where to look to find it.
Sharon was given a few months to live if her cancer wasn't treated.
I was diagnosed with advanced non-small cell lung cancer, which I thought meant chemo. But a biomarker test showed I had high levels of PD-L1, which meant I could start with a different treatment.
1 year later, she's here with her family. A true story with Keytruda.
On Keytruda, my scans started showing good news.
In a clinical study, Keytruda offered patients a longer life than chemotherapy, and with high levels of PD-L1, it could be your first treatment instead of chemotherapy. Keytruda is for adults with non-small cell lung cancer that has spread, who test positive for PD-L1, and whose tumors do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda helps your immune system fight cancer. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack normal organs and tissues in your body and affect how they work, and may be serious and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you experience new or worsening cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, nausea or vomiting, rapid heartbeat, increased hunger or thirst, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in urine, changes in eyesight, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, rash, itching or flushing, as this may keep these problems from becoming more serious. These are not all the possible side effects of Keytruda. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant or lung, breathing, or liver problems.
Each day now, it's a gift.
A chance for a longer life. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
Nick was born to move. Not necessarily after 3 toddlers with boundless energy. But lower back pain won't stop him from keeping up. Because at a Dr. Scholl's kiosk, he got a recommendation for our best custom-fit orthotic to relieve his foot, knee, or lower back pain from being on his feet by reducing shock and stress on his body with every step. So look out, world. Dad's taking charge. Dr. Scholl's, born to move.
What if this is all you need from your wireless provider, but what you're actually paying for is this, or even an unlimited plan? At Consumer Cellular, you don't need an unlimited budget, because when you switch to us, you'll only pay for what you need. Our average customer gets all the talk, text, and data they need for less than $25 a month. Many pay even less, as plans start as low as $10 a month. You'll love our reliable nationwide coverage and enjoy exceptional customer support. JD Power ranked us highest in customer service 2 times in a row. Plus, we've been an approved AARP provider since 2008 because of the superior support and outstanding value our service provides to members, including exclusive discounts. You can even keep your number and your phone, or get a great new one from us. Switching couldn't be easier. There are no contracts, and it's all backed by a 30-day risk-free guarantee. And now, for a limited time, get a $20 credit on any new line of service. Call 1-800-766-4068. Go to consumercellular.com or visit a Target store today.
This summer, people are experiencing all the excitement Chevy has to offer.
Oh boy, I'm looking straight up. Holy smokes. I can't tell I'm towing anything.
Wow, that's the jam right there.
Go for thrilling drives and deals at the Chevy Summer Drive.
I want to go to a Chevy dealership right when I get home.
Get the last of the 2017 Traverse LT models with 15% below MSRP. That's over $5,600 on this Chevy Traverse. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
There's an opportunity in every window. So start your day opening the window to your weather with Jim Cantori, Stephanie Abrams, and Jen Carfagno, looking out at the stories and the science behind your forecast. Open up your mornings with AMHQ on the Weather Channel.
Closed captioning brought to you by Beltone, your premier hearing care partner. Beltone is conducting a risk-free trial of the most trusted technology in hearing. Call 1-800-BELTONE today.
This is not your grandfather's hearing aid. My life is better with Beltone.
May 3rd, 1999. One of the most powerful tornadoes in history barreled into the city.
This was the Uber twister, the mother of all twisters. We're talking winds up to 300 miles an hour. 300 miles an hour. Unbelievable. It's a global record.
36 people were killed, 583 more injured. The city itself was decimated.
Chances of more getting hit again by such a potent tornado are not really high.
Yet, 14 years later, on May 20th, 2013, this unlucky city was pulverized again by an EF5 tornado.
The peak wind speed of the 2013 tornado topped 200 miles per hour, and it stayed on the ground for 37 minutes with a path that was 17 miles long.
2 elementary schools are among the vulnerable buildings demolished. 24 lives are lost in the city. The property damage is twice as severe as 1999, estimated at $2 billion.
And there you have it. Top 10 unlucky locations airing this Sunday.
It really is incredible to think about. I mean, just try to throw a dart at the center of the country, and chances are you're going to miss all the towns.
Right.
Yet Moore had 2 EF5 tornadoes come through, right down through the town and actually crossed where you saw that graphic.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Again,
it's pretty wild
you
to think
talk about a location that you just wouldn't think would be susceptible to it twice.
Yeah, I mean,
hard enough to get a tornado to hit a town when there's so much open space out there in the plains, let alone the same town.
With that strong a storm.
Really crazy stuff.
There are other unlucky locations. Tune in to find out the rest of the list.
Yeah, you're watching Weather Underground right now. Not an unlucky location. I'm Alex Wilson.
And I'm Mark Elliott. Mike Bettis is on assignment tonight. But we are watching the storms for you. Powerful storms popping up across the Northeast tonight, including for many of the big cities. In fact, we still have a severe thunderstorm watch until 9 o'clock from Harrisburg to Allentown, although you're just about out of the way in Allentown, to Philadelphia, to the Jersey Shore between, say, Long Branch and Atlantic City. We are still watching the storms around Philadelphia because although they're not there yet, temperatures are still in the mid-80s. It is muggy, it is soupy, and there's a chance that those storms could really still get to you before the night is done. Certainly having an impact on your travel. Look at this. Boston, 3-hour delays now because of the low clouds, right? You're in the cool side of things, if not cool, chilly, right? And yet, because of that low cloud deck, you got to leave so much more space between the planes. Big time delays there. New York City over an hour, and Philadelphia, as promised, your delays are now creeping up to 45 minutes, despite the fact that we're getting towards the quieter time of day for travel at the airport. We're kind of past that peak. We're still seeing that the amount of delays increasing. Let's zoom in on Philadelphia, eastern Pennsylvania into central Jersey. All of the severe thunderstorm warnings are done, but here comes the rain, Philly. I will say this signature that we were watching, see if it could get just a little bit more organized, indicating very gusty winds, has ebbed a bit, and it's skirted just north of Philadelphia. But if you're in, say, Cherry Hill in New Jersey, get ready. That storm's about to barrel right through you as well. Trenton, you're under a flash flood warning, and that flood warning goes all the way across central Jersey, all the way to the Jersey Shore. Mercer, Middlesex, and Monmouth counties all included in that. We've had some decent rainfall accumulations. Let's put on a 3-hour total here, and within here, the kind of the darker green colors indicating that 2 to 3 inch total, and there are some estimates right about there, 3 inches or so, Alex.
All right, Boston, one of the places that has been getting hit by back-to-back storms. They brought heavy rain, lightning to the metro yesterday evening. That made for a soggy and very drawn-out commute home, and knee-high water seeped into some area homes and businesses. So big problems. We saw some showers and thunderstorms through the Northeast once again today. So let's talk timing and when you can expect these to actually move out. Another tough night at Boston Logan Airport as well. At times delays around 3 hours. New York City tonight into Friday, chance of storms. I think things winding down for you this evening, but Friday will offer up the chance of storms once again. There's your severe zone today. So we've been watching Boston to Wilmington, Delaware, and then back into parts of the Midwest. Future radar showing this story. New York, things have really moved out of your area. Philadelphia is the area to watch now. Those continue to drift to the south and east over the next few hours. Overnight, it's interior parts of the state of Pennsylvania that will see the rain, the thunderstorms. We get towards 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. There's your thunderstorm activity. Now around lunchtime, maybe some light rain to moderate rain around New York City. Thunderstorms beginning to fire back into western New York, west central Pennsylvania. They'll move east through the day, and those could be on the strong to severe side once again. Could see some heavier rainfall into parts of New Jersey as well. So we'll be watching tomorrow's forecast here across the Northeast, Mark, very closely, because once again, strong winds, hail, isolated tornadoes.
And, you know, we're all connected by this same storm system, which is still lagging back through the Midwest into the center of the country, and we're still seeing storms around it. Right now, the view through the arch at St. Louis, not too bad. Most of the storms are just south of town, temps in the low 80s, but look at what happened earlier. Gurnee, Illinois, huge sinkhole opened up. High floodwaters came across and through the culvert just underneath the road and washed out that base layer, washed out the ground that was holding up that road. Just one of many more examples that we could show you of why we tell you to not drive through floodwater. If there was flooding covering that, you wouldn't necessarily know that the road wasn't there anymore, and you could have gone right through into that sinkhole zone. obviously a very dangerous scenario. Here's that stationary front, right? It's gone basically through Indianapolis, where in about an hour's time you had, let's say 2.5 inches of rain or so just outside Indy itself. Now, we're also watching storms that are really starting to fire up across portions of eastern Kansas, where we've had a severe thunderstorm warning that is still in place. Watching this complex of storms getting better organized over Franklin County. And within here, I'm going to turn on the high resolution radar, and you can see that we've got a lot of rain in here. A bit of a Boeing segment trying to get organized right in here. Outflow, which is the kind of the rain cooled air already pushing forward, and that storm is so strong that we've got a really good push of air, and it acts like a mini cold front. And what you have here is a boundary, that outflow boundary from these storms, and where they intersect, we're going to see new storm development. So it would again not surprise me if we wind up with this severe thunderstorm warning shifting a bit as new storms develop, and this becomes our complex, Alex, that continues south and east even during part of the nighttime hours.
All right, that's falling right in line with our threat zone for tonight. And I'm going to show people the future radar so everybody has an understanding of where these storms are going. And as Mark mentioned, overnight hours, storms don't die down, the heavy rain too. So we could be watching for more possible flooding into tomorrow morning. Keep that in mind as you get up, get ready to hit the roads on your Friday. I know you like to sleep as late as possible because you're thinking, I just got to wing this, but it might take you a little longer. Some of your routes may not be available. Here is the afternoon, evening as we go through, say 10, 11 o'clock. Heavy rain, thunderstorms through parts of southern Indiana, Illinois, and into Missouri. Now we get to 4 a.m. and there's that heavy rain continuing around the St. Louis area. We'll watch that stretch towards the east and areas like Cincinnati, northern Kentucky as we get into the late hours of your Friday morning. Let's take you to New York City, an area where we think, again, that severe weather will be likely into our Friday. We've got warm, moist air in play. We've got a stationary front draped nearby, and that could allow for some strong thunderstorms to develop. A fairly limited area to watch for tomorrow, ranging from northern tier New York, north country of New York, down into the outer banks of North Carolina. Here is our future radar. So we're starting at 4 a.m. Some light rain around the Philadelphia area. By late morning, lunchtime, we've got clouds over much of the region. But now we get into the afternoon, and that's when we think some of those strong thunderstorms will be moving through some of the same areas we saw today. A Philadelphia, a New York City, a Wilmington, Delaware, parts of New Jersey and Maryland, even around the Washington, D.C. area, we could be seeing some of these stronger thunderstorms. Syracuse, New York, another spot to watch. So be on alert. Hail, damaging winds, isolated tornado, again in the threat or in the cards as a possible threat tomorrow. Dr. Erica Navarro here with us now to talk about the heavy rain that's happening across parts of Florida. Has that tropical connection, as we've been watching over the past week. This remnants, what's left of Tropical Depression 4, has really helped to put some oomph in that moisture, or in those showers and storms.
Yeah, these have been potent in some places. We had the wettest July calendar day across South Florida. I believe it was Miami, on record because of this system that's coming across. And you can see that lighting up right now on the satellite. Those green colors showing you where the thunderstorms are. Plenty of moisture in play, and this is going to be in addition to the thunderstorms that you usually get this time. Afternoon thunderstorms. The sea breeze circulation in Florida. So, Alex, we're watching this high values of moisture starting to travel towards the northern part of the Gulf Coast, possibly even into the southeast. We could be seeing some locally heavy rainfall.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on. We've already got a lot of moisture in the soil and the ground there, so we'll keep a close eye as we get into the end of the weekend, too.
Absolutely.
All right, Dr. Navarro, thank you. Mark, over to you.
And when we come back, who's hot and who's not? At least not yet, anyway. And we're breaking this down in a fun little way. Bingo! That's right, special edition Weather Underground Bingo coming up right after the break.
COPD makes it hard to breathe. So to breathe better, I go with a Noro.
COPD tries to say go this way. I say I'll go my own way with a Noro.
Once Daily Anoro contains 2 medicines called bronchodilators that work together to significantly improve lung function all day and all night. Anoro is not for asthma. It contains a type of medicine that increases risk of death in people with asthma. The risk is unknown in COPD. Anoro won't replace rescue inhalers for sudden symptoms and should not be used more than once a day. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition, high blood pressure, glaucoma, prostate, bladder, or urinary problems. These may worsen with Anoro. Call your doctor if you have worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain while taking Anoro.
Ask your doctor about Anoro.
Get your first prescription free at Anoro.com.
Dad forgot how to brush his teeth.
My husband didn't recognize our grandson.
That's when moderate Alzheimer's made me a caregiver.
If their Alzheimer's is getting worse, ask about once-a-day Nemzeric. Nemzeric is approved for moderate to severe Alzheimer's disease in patients taking donepezil. Nemzeric may improve cognition and overall function and may slow the worsening of symptoms for a while. Nemzeric does not change the underlying disease progression. Don't take if allergic to memantine, donepezil, piperidine, or any of the ingredients in Nemzeric. Tell the doctor about any conditions, including heart, lung, bladder, kidney or liver problems, seizures, stomach ulcers, or procedures with anesthesia. Serious side effects may occur, including muscle problems if given anesthesia, slow heartbeat, fainting, more stomach acid, which may lead to ulcers and bleeding, nausea, vomiting, difficulty urinating, seizures, and worsening of lung problems. Most common side effects are headache, diarrhea, dizziness, loss of appetite, and bruising.
I'm caring for someone with moderate Alzheimer's. If you are too, ask about Nemzeric today.
Let's go. Buddy, leave it now, leave it. Have we got everyone?
The all-new Discovery. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you. I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
Suede. Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you.
I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it.
Is it suede?
It's suede.
I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
Shop all makes, models, and colors in your neighborhood, all with worry-free ownership. Head to your neighborhood enterprise car sales and let the people who buy more vehicles than anyone shift your thinking about buying your next one.
Storms still cranking across portions of the nation at this hour. I want to give you an update on some of where the worst of the weather is. We're going to start here across the southeast, where we've seen storms move through Tallahassee. Big-time power outages in Tallahassee itself. About 3,500 people, or at least 3,500 customers without power right now thanks to this storm that moved on by. It is now racing off towards the north, riding along the outflow, its own rain-cooled air. So you're seeing new storms kind of propagating to the south and west. Meanwhile, downtown Raleigh underneath a severe thunderstorm warning for gusty winds. You can see that outflow boundary coming in and storms firing up. Maybe some hail mixed in there for Wake County. And the big jump over to East Kansas, where we have storms that are still being warned right along I-35. Franklin County, here's Kansas City, here's Overland Park. We are seeing storms refiring on those outflow boundaries. It's still trying to become that next complex of storms that's going to try to continue through the nighttime hours. Alex.
All right, we are getting very close to the time when most U.S. cities see their hottest temps of the year, and it's been downright oppressive from the west to the southern plains tonight. You are looking at Dallas, you're looking at Wichita, and you're looking at Salt Lake City. A street on Salt Lake City, but it's hot, 98 degrees, so I can assure you that everybody walking down that street is sweating. I don't know how those people are wearing pants, and I'm not just saying like pants, like I mean full-length pants. Put on some shorts, people, it's too hot. I'll never understand how people do that. Hey, here's the hottest time of the year for much of the country. So yeah, we've passed it in the southwest because now we've begun the monsoon. We're going to see those temperatures temper a little bit, but for a lot of areas, it's not yet arrived, the hottest temperatures. So we are going to play a little heat bingo.
Nice.
You ready?
I'm going to hopefully be ready.
I'm so ready for this.
All right, Dr. Navarro's ready. Let's do it.
All right, so we want to see who's been hot and who's not. So why not make it fun, right? You guys ready for this?
So I have the averages, and Mark has the hottest temperatures that these places have been this year.
This year. Okay. Average for yesterday, Hottest so far this year.
Let's do it.
All right, so what do you say about 96 degrees? Who's got 96?
I got it. Minneapolis, 96, and I'm crossing off the free space
that's
because
a good
I'm
idea.
obsessive
Yeah, I
over
should do that too.
96 in Minneapolis is reasonably warm. In fact, warmer than many of the southeast states have gotten so far this year.
Atlanta, the hottest you've been, 92. So Minneapolis says, I see you, and I beat you.
I'll raise you 4 degrees.
Yeah.
Right?
Very
All
nice.
right, let's do this again. How about 92?
Woo, woo.
Oh, I got that also.
Hot! Alex has
Wow,
got
the
it.
double. One thing. You didn't even say it.
I said hot. Hot is bingo in this game.
Come on.
Bingo.
There we go.
All right, but
well, that was easy. Should we keep playing?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We see whoever gets the most.
The trifecta of 92s.
Well, because that's the average for Jackson, Memphis, Little Rock. But that's as hot as Atlanta, as we said, has been this year.
Yeah, and which is a little bit surprising considering that the average is 89. You have to have some days that are above average in order to make that the average. And we've only been, 92, a couple of degrees above the average for yesterday. I mean, that's
and
that's
Memphis
rare.
with an average of 92, the hottest you've been is 94. So not that far off.
All right, what do you say about another one?
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay,
let's let Mark get hot.
How about 89?
89, that's not going to be on my side.
Hot! Mark, Alex is.
Oh man, this was rigged.
Stack the deck.
Everybody felt so bad for me for losing so poorly in over/under the other day that they've just given me everything.
I'm waiting for that 94. That's my good one.
That's your hot. Pull it out.
Sorry, Mark.
Pull it. Oh, one more. Let's see if we can get 94.
95.
Oh,
Have
that's
95?
definitely going to be my side,
Yeah,
though.
you got it.
Oh, he's got it.
Bingo.
Everybody
Little late.
wins in
Little late.
this modified version of
Everybody wins in the Weather Underground version.
Second winner, also known as not the winner. Just saying. In any case, let's talk a little bit more about this heat, right? Because you really haven't had that many 90-degree days so far this year, especially across the southeast. In 2016, Charlotte had 26 90-degree days through July 13th. This year, 16. And you could say the same thing about Atlanta. This time last year, 34. Right now, 12. That's not that many. It's felt plenty hot. It's been really sticky, but we've had storms each and every afternoon, which has really squashed those maximum temperatures. About this time last year, we were in a drought. So let's go into that in a little bit more detail. Let's talk Atlanta for the year so far. And even though we haven't had that many 90-degree days, the year so far is running above average. When you take all the temperatures by 4.2 degrees, that's substantial. And you notice the departures, the cool spots, are few and far between compared to overall epic warmth. Coming up, we're going back to the tropics, looking at Hurricane Fernanda's strength headed generally towards Hawaii.
For my constipation, my doctor recommended I switch laxatives. Stimulant laxatives make your body go by forcefully stimulating the nerves in your colon. Miralax is different. It works with the water in your body to hydrate and soften, unblocking your system naturally. Miralax.
Coffee Mate helps you stir up a rich, creamy flavor. It can inspire you to stir up other things too, like a new friendship. Stir up commitment with Coffee Mate ice cream flavors.
AMHQ weekend is a blast. I mean, we have so much fun. Reynolds is the most hilarious guy.
Boy, I feel warm back here. Oh, that's the reason why.
Kelly Cass is great. She's the rock, the stability, the parent in the room.
Got so much to look at, so much to keep track of. Reynolds Wolf, Dr. Greg Postel.
Look at that satellite picture. My goodness.
We make each other laugh.
I mean, you have to be really impressed with the Simmons convection. I mean, it's got to really bring a smile to your face if you happen to be a fan. It's all about getting you ready for your weekend. It's not that complex, although I do advise wearing a crash helmet.
A flood advisory is in effect. Currently in our area, 71 degrees with showers. Tonight, heavy thunderstorms, low 70. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, morning thunderstorms, high 84. Chance of rain, 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Award-winning interface. Award-winning design. Award-winning engine. The Volvo XC90. The most awarded luxury SUV of the century.
This July, visit your local Volvo dealer to receive summer savings of up to $4,500.
Working hard to lower your LDL bad cholesterol? Not making enough progress? You eat well, take the highest dose statin you can, but still aren't getting where you need to be. Now there's Repatha, a different way to reduce LDL and get on the path to dramatically lower numbers. Repatha works differently than your statin to help clear LDL. Repatha plus the highest dose statin drove down LDL an average of 71% more than a statin alone.
Do not take Repatha if you are allergic to it. Repatha may cause allergic reactions. Signs include redness, severe rash or itching, swollen face, or trouble breathing. The most common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
Added to a highest dose statin, Repatha lowered LDL below 70 for up to 90% of people. Ask if Repatha can get you on the path to way lower LDL.
Go on, push the button.
Just stop. I can't find the game.
Guys, Dish can help.
What?
Alexa, show me baseball games.
Whoa!
With Dish, you can control the TV with no hands.
Yeah?
Alexa, pause. Oh.
Alexa, resume.
Alexa, pause.
Alexa, resume.
Thank you, spokes listener.
You're welcome.
Can I put my hands down now?
Sure.
Introducing Dish with Amazon Alexa, letting you control your hopper with just your voice. Dish, tuned into you.
Attention those implanted with a hernia surgical mesh. If you have had hernia repair surgery with mesh reinforcement, listen closely. Some have experienced infection, chronic pain, mesh failure, and other complications after being implanted with a hernia mesh device. Because of this, some of these mesh devices have been recalled by the FDA, but devices are still being used and may cause serious complications. If you or a loved one have had hernia repair surgery with mesh reinforcement and suffered infection, chronic pain, mesh migration, mesh failure, organ damage, or needed additional surgery, call the Rely On Group right now. You may be eligible to receive a cash award and compensation for your medical expenses. If you or a loved one have experienced any of these issues after the implantation of a physio mesh or a selection of other common hernia meshes, your voice deserves to be heard. Call the Rely On Group to be connected with a personal injury attorney for a free consultation. Call 800-953-1744.
Weekend Recharge is...
We want you to unplug so we get lost in the weather.
All right, so next week, here's what I want you to do. Set your AC on cool blast, grab a popsicle, and come chill out with us, because it is the hottest week of summer for millions, and we are in search of the chilliest or coolest places to hang out, whether it's deep underground, high atop windy mountains, or how about a bar that will freeze you inside out?
That sounds like it might be your last drink ever.
It might be, but it's the Great American Chill Out, so we're going to do it. It's all next week on the Weather Channel.
What a way to go.
That does sound fun. It must be like a full ice bar.
Yeah, must be.
I was in one once. Not like full, but it had the ice bar. That was chilly.
I was in one once as well. Everything was ice. The chairs were ice. The glasses were ice. You had to be in a thing with gloves.
Wow,
that's
fun. Cool. Gosh. All right, Mark's officially the coolest person in here tonight. Dr. Erica Navarro.
I see what she did there.
See what I did?
Yeah, I did.
Dr. Erica Navarro, though, here with us to talk tropics, because we've got a few things to look at. And you've got some cool stats for us.
Yeah, a couple pulsing bubbles here, but I am super excited right now about Hurricane Fernanda, just because we're able to witness undergoing some rapid strengthening, which I just think it's pretty cool.
Heck yeah, you do.
Right?
And it is cool. So you're going to show us what would show us or tell us that we are getting that rapid intensification.
Right. So just looking at the latest, there's our storm right now. So it has intensified to a hurricane from yesterday. Winds right now about 80 miles per hour. Pressure is dropping at about 990 millibars right now. But here's the water vapor imagery. This is from the last 12 hours. And so this is showing you how the thunderstorm activity has developed and grown. Those yellow colors are showing you where it's super bright. So that's very high thunderstorms being able to act right near the center. But watch right there. You see It's trying to form an eye with these very warm waters that it's doing. And Mark, you mentioned this before, it's expanding.
The lungs on that thing are epic. The outflow all the way around, pushing that dry air back. It doesn't get much better than that for the ability to grow.
Yeah, it's fending its way, right? It wants to survive.
Yeah.
It's giving everybody an elbow, but there it is. It's really exhibiting some structure, and it's actually anticipated to continue intensifying through the next 24 hours. So it's found a pathway here. It's sandwiched between two regions of dry air, but in the next 24 to 48 hours, it's still going to have plenty of fuel. So we might see this reaching Category 4 hurricane strength.
You think Hawaii's at play here?
In the very long term, so we're talking 8 to 10 days from now, there's a potential that Hawaii could be in play. It's heading in that general direction, but it's way far out right now to really have any kind of certainty.
And as you mentioned, it really is a needle in a haystack when you're doing a forecast or you're looking at a system that's going to hit Hawaii. There's so much open water in Hawaii, just that little blob in the middle.
Right, very tiny target.
Yeah.
Yeah, big ocean, tiny
Not
target.
to say it hasn't happened though, so we'll watch.
We'll watch, yeah. The upper level features are in play, might steer it in that general direction, so we'll keep it on it. But again, very far out and very hard to do. So
right.
Yeah, but still cool to watch from a scientific standpoint. No impacts to land here with this system.
You betcha. We've got that area to watch back to the east of Fernanda.
Yeah, so Fernanda is one of the systems, and now right behind it, we've got another area that's currently exhibiting a lot of thunderstorm activity. So right now, about a 30% chance that we see this develop over the next couple of days. So the Eastern Pacific is certainly starting to light up for sure.
It's been an active season there already, and it looks like it's going to continue to do so. Yeah. All right.
Good stuff. Dr. Navarro, thank you so much. Hey, time now for us to sound off with help from you, because we've been asking for your questions, your pictures, your thoughts in general using the hashtag WUTV. And Christopher asked, where are tornadoes located in July? And this is a great question.
Yeah, and I mean, the answer is basically anywhere they want to be.
Right.
As if you could personify a tornado. But the zone of potential tornadoes is basically the entire U.S., maybe with the exception of the extreme southwest for July. There's just not enough moisture there yet. But that said, the greatest risk does shift pretty far north this time of year. The northern tier, the Great Lakes into New England. You have a higher risk than other times of year, and even higher risk than other portions of the country for this time of year.
There you have it. We were watching the Dakotas, earlier this week.
The storm track's still there, right?
Yeah.
We've had this stalled out front. We've had tornado warnings today in Pennsylvania.
And this is what we watch again tomorrow. Parts
right
of the Mid-Atlantic, Northeast, even northern tier New York. All right, next question. And this one, I believe, is tropical. No, I lied.
Ooh,
has
heat.
Boston seen its last 90-degree day?
What do you think, guys?
For the year, summer's got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Summer's not done quite yet. You do kind of, top out right about now climatologically? Like this would be on average, one of the warmer times.
I feel like close to Labor Day, we get one last hurrah of serious heat, even mid-September in some cases.
Sometimes August and September are just,
With this time of year, you can still get that the backdoor cold front regime, right? Where those winds come off of the relatively cold water still of the Atlantic Ocean. Those will continue to warm, so those backdoor cold fronts lose their punch later on. So really late July into early August, it's often hotter than now in Boston.
There you have it. Thanks for all your questions. If you didn't get yours answered today or this made you think of one, we do this each evening. Use the hashtag WUTV to get them to us. Well, for all of us here at Weather Underground, we want to thank you for watching. Mark, thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Lovely to join in on the fun again. Always good to be invited.
Yeah, no, we love having a full group here. Hopefully we get our puppies tomorrow.
Oh, man.
And we hope you have a great night.
I'm just going to watch that puppy video on repeat tonight.
A flood advisory is in effect. Currently in our area, 72 degrees with thunderstorms in the area. Tonight, heavy thunderstorms, low 70. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, morning thunderstorms, high 84. Chance of rain, 40%. Here's Here's our 7-day outlook.
They are the biggest.
Sandy grew into a monstrous storm 1,000 miles across.
The baddest.
We saw 148 tornadoes.